Hi guys, it is Sandra from Gracious Goodness Essentials. How are you? Taking advantage of the beautiful weather and coming to you outside in my garden. Isn't it pretty? All the summer and spring flowers are out, so I'm very excited to be out here. So I'm talking about rose essential oil today, which I'm super proud and super excited to announce is available to us in Australia through the US store. So don't forget, all us Aussies can access everything that's in the US simply by logging into our back office. If you're not already a member with us, give me a buzz, give me a call, because I would love to help you access these incredible products. So rose essential oil. I've got to admit, I was a little bit scared when I first went to open this bottle because I don't particularly like rose fragrances. Okay, I love rose plants. In fact, I've probably got about 30 of them in my garden, but I don't love rose creams, or rose perfumes and things like that. So I was a bit scared that this was going to smell like every other rose I'd really kind of fake smell that I'd smelled. And it doesn't. It smells like you are walking through an old-fashioned rose garden. It is beautiful. I've also got to admit that I was a little bit naive to just how powerful and potent this essential oil actually is. So, did you know that rose has been extensively studied for lifting people's mood? So for helping with depression. And in particular, it's been studied with postnatal depression and has been found to be really very, very effective. So if you are feeling a little bit low today and you have some rose around your house, go for a walk in your rose garden. That's probably the simplest way to do it. You're not lucky enough to have that, and you perhaps have some of this. Pop some rose over your heart, okay? Pop it over your pulse points, okay, and pop it where you can smell it. It is really quite beautiful. Now, the other thing with the rose is not only is it great for our emotions and our mental health, but it's also really good for our skin, which is why I'm more than happy to roll around on my face. So, rose is an astringent, which means that it likes to contract and tighten both blood vessels as well as like the small muscles in our skin. So if you are like me and perhaps showing a few signs of aging and you would like to have some tightening, then rose is an excellent one to incorporate into your daily skincare routine. Now this rose touch has been safely diluted, okay? Did you know that it takes 9.8 kilos of rose petals picked at dawn, okay, to make 5 mils of a pure rose essential oil? That is amazing. It's something like 10,000 rose petals, and it's ridiculous. So as a result, it is actually one of the most expensive essential oils that you can purchase. A 5 ml bottle is around kind of $500, which really does take it out of the price range for most ordinary Australians. So what doTERRA have done is they have created these touch rollers. So this is a 100% essential oil of rose, okay, but it has been diluted with the coconut oil, okay, so it is now safe for everybody. It is safe for your babies, to your elderly family members. It is safe to use during pregnancy, okay. I looked into that one. Diluted rose essential oil is very safe for pregnancy and is recommended, and it's now suddenly affordable because it isn't 10 mils of pure essential oil of rose. It is a diluted essential oil of rose, okay. So this is selling for $75 US. And I've got to be honest, spoil yourself. It is worth it. It is worth every cent. So some other benefits. Rose is antibacterial. So as well as kind of being the astringent and helping to kind of tighten those muscles in our face, because it's an antibacterial, it can actually get rid of the bacteria on our skin that causes acne breakouts and just kind of like boils and blackheads and all of those types of things. And unlike the commercial acne preparations that you buy, which work because they strip your skin of all the oil and hydration, okay, the rose is actually extremely hydrating. And particularly with the coconut oil already added, it's extremely hydrating to your skin, but being an antibacterial, it helps to knock out the bacteria which is causing those problem spots, okay? The other thing that rose is really good for with your skin is it's excellent for scars, and so there's a lot of evidence to show that it's good for both new scars as well as old scars. So think surgery scars, stretch marks, all of those types of things. Because it's a really good antibacterial, it's also very good for wound healing. It's also got really good anti-inflammatory properties. So that works well for a number of reasons. So it works well with your wound healing. the astringent properties that we spoke about with the tightening of your little blood vessels and your muscles for your face also work when you're talking about wound healing, because an astringent is something that contracts blood vessels. So say you've got a bruise starting to develop, if you pop some rose on it, it will help to contract those blood vessels and minimize your bruise. The anti-inflammatory will help to take some of that swelling away from areas. So it's really quite a handy little one to have in your handbag. The other thing that rose is good for is it's actually good for your digestion. Had no idea about this one. So it's good for your digestion because it helps to regulate through promoting your bile release from your gallbladder. It's good for regulating your acidity in your stomach. Rose on its own is helpful for actually getting things to pass through your intestines and just for improving your function of your stomach. So rose is something, if perhaps you don't have your digestion on you, think about popping some rose on your tummy next time that you have a little bit of a stomach upset and see how you go. So while we're kind of in that stomach region, I touched on it briefly before, rose is actually really good for helping to regulate your period. Who knew? I didn't. It is such a feminine oil, isn't it? It's helping our emotions, it's helping our heart, and it's helping us all the way through. So it's actually helpful. The studies have shown it's helpful for improving the regularity of your period. It's useful for people that suffer from irregular or obstructed periods. It will kind of ease your blood flow. It's also been shown to be good for helping with symptoms of PMT. So that's kind of like your cramps, your fatigue, your irritability, the discomforts that are associated with it. There's some good evidence out there to say that we should be rolling rose on our bellies and our backs and wherever we are feeling it to kind of help us through those times of the month as well. So I'm certainly going to be giving that a go because I absolutely love the smell of rose. I don't mind if I smell like rose every single day. It's fine by me. And so that's where that safety in pregnancy comes into it, because if you use undiluted rose in large quantities, there was some concern that because it's so good at regulating our period, that it might be a little bit dangerous in the early trimesters of pregnancy. The evidence is there though to say that that is with undiluted, lots of like an excessive amount, an excessive use, would that be a concern, and that safely diluted Rose Touch has passed every tick of approval for safety in pregnancy, so we're good to go. All right. I think they were kind of like the main things that I wanted to talk about. Isn't that incredible? All of those from this little Rose Touch. So there you go. If you haven't got this already, and I know there was a bit of a rush on at the beginning of this month to get our little hands on it. If you haven't got this Rose Touch already, do yourself a favour and spoil yourself. 1 month just buy, if that's all the oil that you buy, is just buy yourself one Rose Touch roller. It is so versatile. I know that I was spending like $100 plus on some of my skincare regimes prior to finding doTERRA, and you know, $75 US for this incredible essential oil of rose. I hope you have a great day. I hope you have some sunshine where you are, and stay safe and healthy. Bye.